I'm so thankful today that Yah has the capacity to do what we sometimes don't seem to have very much a capacity of. Anybody here today who may have ever had an issue in your life where you had a real problem forgiving? Huh? Can I tell you that one of the most destructive forces on the face of this earth is the spirit of unforgiveness? We can know all the horrible things that we know about ourselves, and we can know how bad we want forgiveness, and yet we can't find it inside of ourselves to do to other people what we ourselves say that we want done to us. Quite honestly, of course, it's a character flaw because people who are unforgiving in all areas of their lives. They're unforgiving with their money. They're unforgiving with their time. It really is it is a spirit that pervades a human. And yet, it's one of the most destructive forces that exist. All of the beautiful gifts that Yah has for people are locked away from us with that one act. We can read through the whole Beatitudes. We've been blessed. We didn't know, but we found out that there is actually a Beatitudes that existed over 1,000 years before Yahushua did. And it's not 5 or 6 verses. It was actually 50 verses that were taught about blessed are these. So really what's so funny is, once again, even something as simple as the Beatitudes, we find that those weren't original ideas of Yahushua. He was quoting history which we know nothing about. And a paraphrase at that. But the truth of the matter is, if we took all the rest of them and never learned them, and we learned that one beatitude, it would change our life. First off, it would change our life because we wouldn't live under the strife that we put ourselves through of having constant unforgiveness in our heart. Whether you know it or not, folks, the truth of the matter is unforgiveness destroys you more than it ever does the other person. I'll never forget a story told to me by a Pentecostal girl who came over here, that came to our church from England. And she went through this whole horrible story about how there was a lady who had been rude and ill. Anybody been in church and had somebody be rude and ill to you? I used to watch them all the time. It used to infuriate me when people would be mean and rude to other people. And this woman had been rude to her, had dismissed her, and she wasn't important. Well, some people, and that's a whole nother spiritual issue, are more self-centered than they're anything. But anyways, this woman had acted, she thought, unsightly. And I believe the number was about 15 years she had harbored that illness in her heart. And every Sun Worship Day, she had to go into the church, and every Sun Worship Day, that lady just continued to act like she always had. It wasn't anything meant against her. And so one day, she had had a belly full, and she had had all she could stand of it. And she told that lady, that I guess you could say she told her off. She told her of her transgression. And the lady looked at her and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I had no idea I'd offended you." So for 15 years, she was held captive by that woman, and the woman had no knowledge she had even offended her. How horrible it would be for us to waste 15 years of time over somebody's ill behavior when we ourselves acted ill because of the offense. And I assure you, she did. She was rude back to that lady that whole 15 years. She talked ill of her. She talked about her behind her back. Do you just see the Bible blossoming in front of you? Would it have not been wonderful if she had just been able to say, well, I'm sorrowful that you feel that way, sister, but Yah loves me, and that would have been the end of it. 15 years she wasted over nothing. I don't want us to waste 15 years, folks. I don't know that we got 15 years to waste, even if we wanted to. But even if we do, is that really how you want to spend 15 years, is in unforgiveness and harboring hard hearts? Let's don't be that. It's not going to benefit anybody except Hasatan. He's laughing at you, rolling on the floor every time you get offended about something somebody says because you deem yourself to be better than them. Every single time that happens, Hasatan just falls on his back and he has the biggest belly laugh you ever heard in your life, laughing at you for your offense again. He's got plenty to laugh at most of the time. But there is something else I know that's true. And I'm talking now about our Mashiach. And I tell you right now, he is real.
Yahweh can never fail. He's been proved time and again. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need. He's never early, he's never late. It takes courage, it takes faith. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need. He says forgives and heals, takes back what the devil steals. My debt's been paid in full, and every day does miracles. Got dreams, turn them into plans, too big for human hands. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need. Well, he's real. He's real, faith a lot stronger than what you feel. He's real, he's real, I'm believing for a miracle. Yahweh can never fail. He's been through time and again. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need. He's never early, he's never late. It takes courage, it takes faith. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need. He saves, forgives, and heals, takes back what the devil steals. My debt's been paid in full, and every day does miracles. Got dreams, turn them into plans, too big for human hands. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need.
What is he?
Well, he's real, he's real, faith a lot stronger than what you feel. He's real, he's real, I'm believing for a miracle. Got dreams, turn them into plans, too big for human hands. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need.
Trust and see.
Trust him and see he's got all the power you need.
Take that leap of faith.
Trust him and see he's got all the power you need. Trust him and see he's got all the power you need.
Hallelujah. He is real. We can trust